சரிடா நந்தினி, ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்டா. Good evening, everyone. How are you all, students? Exams are fast approaching, meeting you after a long time. Everyone will be busy in preparing your schedule. Now, I'm going to tell you one important, interesting, amazing drama which you will all enjoy and like the most. At the same time, it will help you for your quick preparation. Many students will be 11th hour preparation, last minute. Especially for those students, the C content will be much helpful to you. Before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. M. Niranjana Sundari, Department of English, V.V. Vanya Perumal College for Women, Virudhunagar. Shall we start? Are you all ready to listen? Very important and interesting drama, The Admirable Crichton. What does the name tell you, Crichton, or the very title? What impact it creates within you? After hearing the title, any guess, students? Crichton, the very word is unique. Crichton, an ordinary butler. Butler means servant. He becomes a leader in future. Do you know how it happened? Shall we see how it happened? Crichton is being admired by all the people in English society. That's why the title is given The Admirable Crichton. Shall we see how it happened? Before that, let me introduce about the author a few lines. Admirable Crichton was written by J.M. Barrie. His full name, Sir James Matthew Barrie. He is a Scottish novelist and playwright. He has written especially to perform in the theatre. We all know Elizabethan age, 16th century. Mostly all the dramas were written exclusively for stage performance. So he is well versed in writing that, J.M. Barrie. His other remarkable works were Peter Pan, The Little White Bird. A small intro about author. Now, a small intro about the drama. The Admirable Crichton is a comic stage play. Of course, especially you students at this category, everyone loves to watch comic movies, everything. The same way here, Admirable Crichton, purely a comic stage play, but it leaves a important message behind. To make it clear, everyone might have watched Vivek comedies in movies. Usually his comedies will create fun and will create thinking beyond that, and it will ponder over to future sense also. The same way, this drama gives you a lot of fun. You can enjoy it by reading, and at the same time it makes you think better and transform better into a new individual. This play is written in the year 1902. Though it was written much earlier, even right now, this play is applicable to each and every individual living in this world. This play deals with social issues that were prevailing in England during the century when J.M. Barrie lived. Of course, the social issues, even right now, there is no end. It goes on. Each and every individual tries to make the society better and better. especially the writers have a great part in it. Social reformers, of course, politicians, and the family heads, and everyone has a equal part to refine the society better and better. This play is divided into 4 acts, a very short comic play but gives you a tremendous message behind. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and Act 4. It is divided into 4 main acts. The Act 1 happens at Loam's house, Mayfair, and Act 2, the island, and Act 3, the happy home, Act 4, the other island. So these are the 4 main acts titles. So let me tell you the main core points behind it, and I would like to give my presentation short and crisp so that all the points which I am telling now will be directly entering into your minds and you can reproduce it better. So instead of saying you all the points and to get confused, I'm going to tell you the prominent characters first and prominent events next. First, about the characters. The first character is William Crichton. William Crichton is an ordinary butler working under Earl of Loam. The very name Earl suggests you that he is from a royal rich family belonging to high class society. So under Loam, Crichton is working. I already told you butler means servant. So our central character is William Crichton. Now we are going to see an ordinary butler how transforms into a great leader. Next, Earl of Loam. Already told you Loam belongs to a high class society. He is extremely rich in England, owner of so many estates and so many property he has owned. Extremely rich, and right now he is a great leader in English society. He is a liberal master. Liberal means freedom. So he gives enough freedom to all the workers under him. He never taxes anyone and he never even speaks harsh words towards them. He, according to him, he respects each and every individual, though they may be a cook, they may be a driver, they may be a security guard. For each and every person, he treats them equally. He never discriminates anybody between them. All are equal. So he stresses social equality in English society. He aims at giving social equality to all the people in England. He is trying to. Next character is Lady Mary. Loam is blessed with 3 main daughters. 3 main daughters. First daughter, Lady Mary, eldest daughter of Loam. The next character, younger daughters of Loam, Lady Agatha, Lady Catherine. So these 3 daughters have one same united principle among them. Of course, all high class people, they never do their work on their own. Here the same way, the 3 daughters leading a highly sophisticated life, they need someone as maids to do their own work, even normal work, eating, clothing and everything. They need maids' help. Without maids' help, they cannot survive. So this is the pathetic situation of the daughters, and they highly have a supremacy command over the maids and others. So they were in superior power. They always command others. Even their father, he never commands others, but the three daughters heavily tax people. There are two maids, Tweeny, Fisher. So they are heavily burdened with their work. But these three daughters never bother about that. They always command them next. Then the last character, Ernest Oley, the nephew of Loam. Then minor characters, Brocklehurst, Lord Brocklehurst. It is none other than Mary's fiancé. Mary is engaged to Lord Brocklehurst. In the beginning of the story, she is engaged to Lord Brocklehurst. Then later on, there is a twist in between. I'll tell you next. Then Turhan, clergyman. Next, we'll move on to the next slide. We are going to see the detailed scene explanation of each and every act. You can imagine a highly sophisticated royal palace. There, a tea party is going on. There, Lord Loam arranges a very great feast. There he invites all the workers in the society who belongs to high class, low class, and even below that level. Their family, people also, wife, children, everyone comes there. So the rich people always dislikes this habit of Loam. This tea party should be for high class people. Everyone made a complaint to Loam, but he never listens. Instead, he treated everyone equally. He invited the butler's family, cook's family, everyone. Everyone are enjoying the tea party. So at that time, the marriage engagement was also done. Lady Mary was engaged to Lord Brocklehurst. So finally, the tea party celebration, engagement, everything was over successfully. After great merrymaking, then the scene moves on to Island. So the first act, everything deals with the merrymaking of tea party and equal treatment of the people, lower class, high class, and everyone together. Next scene moves on to the island. So Loam is planning for a journey to a island where all the people together has planned to make a journey in ship. So he invites again his own butler, cook, security, everyone. Lower class people, they are children and everyone. These high class people are annoyed at his behavior. They hated this behavior. They dislikes the attitude of the servants, eating habit, dressing, and everything, the way they talk, everything they hate. In spite of this hateful nature, Loam makes a public announcement that everyone are going for this trip. Join us, we are leaving for an island trip. So no other option. The higher class people also joined and everyone traveling together in the ship. But unfortunately, the ship got wreck. Wreck means it dashed against the rock. So you can imagine the Titanic movie ship. What it happens? It dashes against a hard rock and it breaks into two, and the people got drowned. But here, luckily, they were near the island. So what happens is, all the people tried their hard and they reached the island shore. So finally, the people together reached the island safely. Now, in the island, how to survive? There is no electricity, there is no proper food, there is no proper shelter. These sophisticated people had led their lives in a highly sophisticated palace, in cushioned bed and conditioned rooms, so they cannot be without fan and so many things. But see the pathetic situation of the higher class people. They are in the island now, where there is no basic facilities. So all the people were in panic mode. So they were helpless. At that time, Earl of Loam does not know what to do. He cannot handle the situation. At that time, an ordinary butler, William Crichton, takes the charge of a leader, and he teaches the higher class people how to cook food, how to do clothing with the help of animal skin, and how to do fishing, and how to make shelter with the palm trees and everything. Each and everything he is teaching them like a child. So the higher class people, as no other option, they obeyed William Crichton. So this is the karma. Always karma is a boomerang, right? So the higher class people humiliated Crichton for his lower level range as a butler, but the same higher class people required the help of a butler to survive better. So they were all pleased to hear Crichton's advice. No other option. They learnt how to make food with the help of fire and everything from the initial stage. So they did everything. They learned how to hunt animals. They learned how to do fishing. Everything is new for them because they have not done anything before. Even washing their clothes and all such things, everything is new for them. They learned everything. So more than years they spent in Ireland. So that is the twist in this story. So many years they spent in Ireland. Now everyone is satisfied with their island life, but the sole reason is William Crichton. Only because of Crichton, the whole crowd of England, higher class society, lower class, and everyone is alive today. Without Crichton's skill, that too, life skills. He knew all the skills which is essential to make life better. So he preached that to everyone. He didn't see partiality, he didn't see it as a turn to take revenge. So he didn't think about that. He happily helped each and everyone and made their lives better. So at that time, Lady Mary, who is a staunch follower of high class society, she unfortunately falls in love with William Crichton. Do you all remember Lord Brocklehurst was engaged to Lady Mary, but now Lady Mary falls in love with William Crichton. So everyone in the island decides to make this wedding a grand one. So everyone are happy to arrange this wedding a grand one. So they are making all the arrangements for their wedding in island. Luckily, another ship crosses over. So at that time, Crichton gives a signal to the ship and alerts them, help, help. So automatically all the people from the island are moved safe back to England. So again, once again, they are back to their happy home, and they see it as another island, because after a long year's struggle, they all back to their hometown. Going back to their native place, it is a bliss, it's a paradise. So they are all once again back to their place, their own country, England. Now, do you all think the same situation will be there, or the upper class will respect the lower class? Any guess? But the pathetic situation is, once again the upper class ruled over the lower class. No one has changed. So in Tamil we used to say, Matram ondre maradade. The same thing happened. The lower class again was suppressed. Upper class once again, Earl of Loam became the leader. So Crichton became a leader only for a short time, that too in Ireland. So from this story, the moral and message behind this, when there is a need, they make use of the lower class people and just they throw away like a paper cup. So that's what happened. But even in spite of all these things, William Crichton made a tremendous sacrifice. So after so many days in England, back to their life, again luxurious life, there once again there is a talk. Lady Mary was engaged to Lord Brocklehurst. So again everyone were busy with that preparation, pre-wedding, and everything is going on. They forgot about the entire scene of Lady Mary marriage with Lord Brocklehurst. Here, Lady Brocklehurst's mother, she comes and talks personally with Lady Mary, because Lady Mary was ready to marry William Crichton. Of course, if the other ship has not arrived there, automatically Lady Mary will be marrying Crichton. They both will be turning as a new couple, right? So Lady Brocklehurst approaches Mary and wants to know what is in her heart really. So Lady Mary was in a confusing mood whether to accept this marriage with Brocklehurst or what to do. She is in a great confusion. So Lady Brocklehurst cunningly asks her a promise that Crichton will be the butler for Lady Mary. So Lady Mary becomes shocked listening this. So what happens is, she keeps a check mark to test their relationship between Lady Mary and Crichton. So at that time, Lady Mary cries literally and she says, "No, I cannot do that. I cannot accept Crichton as my butler." So, coming to know this, Crichton sacrificed his job and left the place. So, always they'll be commenting about Crichton and Mary as long as they are alive. So, in order to avoid that situation and to make Lady Mary life better, and happier, William Crichton resigned his job and left the place. So, a butler becomes a savior in Ireland, a sacrificer in England, but the higher class people are still the same and they never value his importance, and still they stamp down him always. Not only Crichton, always the lower class people, even right now, they also face the same situation. Though they are honest and though they are talented, whatever may be, they just make use of their talent and get a lot of profits and projects and so many things, and they pay just a meager amount as wage and just throw them off. When then they fire them out of the job. That's what happens even right now. So J.M. Barrie, even in the year 1902, he has written about this class division. So at least in future, let us all hope the society without class division, all must be equal and each and everyone must get all their rights and they should live their life happy ever after. So social equality must be practiced all over the world, and that is the greatest message of this drama, The Admirable Crichton. Social equality must be practiced all over the world. I hope you are all younger generations, at least you sow the seed for a new generation and create a new generation without any class division, and the future is in your hands. And thank you for your patient listening. Thank you. Meet you again. Thank you.